Hi, my name is Joseph Rittenhouse. Welcome to the Valley of Fire, about 30 minutes north of Las Vegas in Nevada. I'm talking about this book, Grunch of Giants by Buckminster Fuller. I didn't read this book for a long time because I thought it wasn't what I was into. I knew he was some sort of architect, some sort of science guy. That's all I thought. And I thought, this is not going to be the book I want. I want someone who's talking about value and cooperation and the future. But that's what he was. But I just didn't give him a chance. After I read this book, I realized this is what I've been wanting someone to say for a long time. Growing up, I've been a little bit stubborn. I don't like the way that things are. I feel like there's a different way to be doing it and there's a better way to be doing it. I feel like the way the outside world is not in line with the way my inside world is. I feel like they're not in sync. And that's always bothered me, and that's why my life is a little bit different than other people's lives. Why I retired when I was 36 years old, why I just travel a lot, why I learn foreign languages, why I do a lot of things different is because I feel like that's listening to me. The idea of the book is that we've been changing very quickly recently. That in the past we had a few people in charge of a lot of people. A lot of power in the hands of a few people. Was this necessary or good? Well, maybe it was necessary, but now things are changing. And we've seen that we went from just, let's look at technology, we've gone from just walking and swimming to riding horses, to having wheels and carts, and then making cars, automobiles, and then making boats, and then airplanes, and then space rockets. So we noticed throughout human history there was a long time where it seems like things didn't change very much. And now recently, things have been changing almost exponentially. He's saying that this is a good opportunity, but it can also be an opportunity lost if we don't take advantage of this opportunity. He says that we have plenty of physical resources. You can see by how we're growing, but we don't have enough metaphysical resources. I've traveled to a lot of countries. I've been to 21 countries. I've seen a lot of cultures. I've learned some foreign languages. And I've had this feeling, which was answered by this book, that there's something out there bigger than me that I can study it as much as I want, and it's unlimited to use, and it makes me better, and it makes me stronger, and it's unlimited. And I found that out with culture. I can go to any culture and I can just learn and learn and learn, and I can get all these new ideas from different cultures. What he's talking about is also the physical world, that we think there's not enough resources, but the problem is not out there. The problem is not the world. We've been given more than we will ever need in our lifetime, but that we don't understand how to use it right. That our level of scientific knowledge is not high enough. So it's almost, and this was the mysterious, interesting part, like I found out with culture, it's almost like a code or something mathematical or a hidden system in humanity where you can travel around the entire world and you'll never see it all. And by the time you get back around to where you started, it's changed. You can't see it all. You can't learn it all. And what he's saying is that all the resources we need are here, but we have not worked on ourselves enough to learn how to use them correctly. And it's almost as if whatever put us here, whatever God or universe put us here, it made it this way, that there's everything that we need is here. So the idea is that we need to be working on our scientific reasoning and our scientific ability. I'm more of a social science type person, and that's great. We need more people to put down ideas and to read and write and consider society and sociology and psychology. That's fine, but part of me does regret, and I want to work on it, to be more of a scientific type person, because that's where the future is at. The more we learn how to use the resources that we've been given, which are limitless, then we can develop faster. And as a little kid, I felt like something's not right here. I feel like we're wasting something. And even when I look around, I feel like, what are people doing? This is exciting. That's why I would make a video out here. I'm like, this was given to me to use. You know, it's mine, but yet it's not mine, but it's mine to take care of and use. Whatever put me here gave me this world to use, and I can't use it all, but I need to learn how to use it more efficiently. Why is it called Grunch of Giants? It's the idea that there were large organizations, large people that in the past had all the power and made all the decisions. We're in a transition time, and some people will take advantage of that. They will still try to keep control when control is not necessary. The idea is that now in the future, we are all our own individual kingdom. If you can accept that, if you can realize that, if you can work on your own kingdom and realize the potential that you have, we're supposed to be networking with each other. You're supposed to work on your kingdom. I'm supposed to work on my kingdom, and then we work with each other. That's the way that humans work best together. Not dependent, not independent, but interdependent, like Stephen Covey talks about in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you go to a get-together and there's people there that talk about, listen for these things, and that means they need to read this book. If you hear someone say something like, I feel like things are different now. I feel like it'll never be the same again like in the past. My grandparents' generation, our generation, I feel it's different now. That's read Grunch of Giants. If you hear someone say, I feel like we've crossed some sort of line, that something is, we can't go back now, that's Grunch of Giants. Or if you hear someone say, I feel like we're entering a very special time, that we're going into a new period of human history, that's Grunch of Giants. From the Valley of Fire in Nevada, I will talk to you later.